Thank you very much. Good morning to you all. I'm very happy today. God has really brought us here for us to start a new journey. In fact, Atomic Energy Commission will forever be a place for private schools. There's a restructuring. I know very well that 2018, in the same room, we launched, together with then the Deputy Minister, now the Substantive Minister of Education, we launched the commencement of standard-based education for the private schools. It was the first time private schools had the opportunity to train their own master trainers and had also the opportunity to train their colleagues, teachers, which the last time we met at the Ministry of Education, the training was adjudged the best for all the SBC training in Ghana. History has also been made today. And I'm very happy, and I know that you're also very happy that you are part of this history. At this point, let me take the opportunity to thank the Ministry of Finance, who accepted the fight, the call that private schools are suffering. I know during the COVID time, the council presented over 94,000 names of teachers who have not been paid or they couldn't receive their salaries from their employees. The employers were not saying that they don't have the money, but there wasn't none. More or less, the school was not in a position to generate anything. The council, together with other partners, compiled a list across the country. We sent it to the Ministry of Finance, and through that, government decided to come out with coronavirus alleviation program under the OBAATANPA program, of which this program has been considered. As I'm speaking to you now, the Ministry of Finance, together with TUC, Trade Union Congress, have selected Ghana National Council of Private Schools to lead skilled and unskilled personnel's training program for private schools across the country. The program is not targeting only teachers, or let me say, yet to be certified by NTC teachers, but it is targeting also the proprietors. So some few weeks ago, we converged here and trained personnel who are also going to train private school proprietors in educational governance, administration, finance, and curriculum assessment and implementation. As part of the program, there's a need to have NTC to design a model and train resource personnel so that they will be able to go ahead and train private school teachers across the country. Though the program is on the laps of GNACOPS, that does not mean that other associations members are excluded. They are also part of it. So the teacher union, the private schools, they have teachers that they've come together. We have early child who we invited them. We have NAPS, we have PEG, and all the association members will benefit. In fact, the Ministry of Finance has set up 5-member committee to make sure that this program is carried out successfully. And the private schools are represented by 2 personalities, 2 from the Ministry of Finance and 1 from the TUC. As I speak to you now, we are also in a meeting putting together some structures so that it will help us fuel the delivery and then the deployment of this program. NTC has played a very critical role, and let me acknowledge the registrar. Doctor, God bless you for accepting our proposal right from the day the opportunity came. You have openly opened your gates and your doors to us. Sometimes we walk in and you do acceptance. God bless you for that. It is through his thinking and his intervention that is why today we are all sitting here. We have to also thank some personalities like Elder Ade. Elder, please raise up your hand for people to see you. He's a man of full wisdom and experience. He has really helped us in putting all of you together. We must say that the people that we or NTC selected were called from colleges of education across the country. So this morning, I know some arrived very late from the north, others also from the far east, west, and near. The private schools were also given the opportunity to bring, let's say, few to join the experienced ones so that they can nurture them. And there was a reason. The reason is that right from here, together with NTC, we have zoned the country into 24 centers. So we have 24 centers across the country, north, east, the southern belt, and then the coastal belt. We will be deployed to those areas, and you move in teams, meaning you are going to 3-3-3. So you are 48. It means that simultaneously we will start 12 centers across, then followed by another 12 centers. Others will be made as supervisors so that report and feedback will be well documented for us to progress from there. We shouldn't forget that this is the pilot or piloting, and there's a need for us to capture every bit and pieces of the program so that we can have a stone to stand on it before the ministry will be fully convinced that the program merits for, let's say, temporary certificate or a kind of recognition that will be able to position the private schools in the classroom. And I'm full in conviction that by the end of the day, the ministry will see to it that the private school teachers who will successfully go through this program will definitely be recognized as such. There are certain partners who also have really supported in putting this idea together. NACOPS believes in collaboration. For that matter, all the partners that one way or the other you've supported this program to this time, we thank you very much. The board members, the team, the technical people. Sometimes we leave at office around 10 o'clock in the night. Yesterday we slept around 1 o'clock. And it is all about ensuring that we put the private schools in the best position that will support education in Ghana. Mr. Chairman, there's also a need to let you understand that as we are ensuring quality education in our endeavors, there's a need also to take cognizance, understanding about these teachers. How are we going to sustain them in the private schools? Most of the times, we recognize that or realize that some of the teachers that we train them, they leave. So proprietors are not ready to sponsor or pay for any training model so that the teachers equip their competencies. The council, together with other partners, have put together a child education support scheme that is going to ensure that monitoring and supervision is achieved. The insurance aspect of the teachers is also achieved. Why are we saying this? We realized that during the COVID, it was so bizarre to say that the private school teachers were left alone. It was a challenging time. Most of the private school teachers end up losing their societal prestige by going to the street to sell ice water and the rest. And we don't want to let this thing happen again. So as to complement the sustainability of private education in terms of the teachers, we have put together child education support plan that will cover the insurance aspect of the teachers as they journey on. We are also in discussions, which one way or the other we have tabled it on the tables of NTC with other universities to design a bespoke program for the private school teachers. Last year, we had the opportunity to meet the then Vice Chancellor for University of Education, Winneba, to have closed-door discussions. NACOPS doors are open to other universities for us to have a discussion as to how we will be able to migrate these teachers to certain professional programs that will merit them academic certification. We know very well that it is not easy in terms of funding, and I know NTC will be there to lead us to certain tables that will ensure that these teachers will definitely be able to go through the program successfully. Mr. Chairman, we are going to be here for 4 working days, and the facilitation is going to be in 3 sessions, where we have literacy class, we will also have numeracy class, and then general education. Now will capture the mandate of NTC, the new reforms that the Ministry of Education has come out with, and all necessary areas that will be able to push education forward. Within the program outline also, Mr. Chairman, with the support of NTC, we are going to have teaching practice, or let's say clinical sessions that the teachers or the people, the TOT people are going to demonstrate to us how best they are going to impact or teach the private school teachers when we give them that opportunity. Because we will not be able to take them out from their various institutions, and the private school teachers are also working, and there's a need to make sure that this program takes off. Together with NTC, we have agreed that the program will be run on Saturdays and Sundays, so that the participants will appear for 2 consecutive times, meaning this Saturday and Sunday, and then the following Saturday and Sunday, then NTC will come in to conduct assessment on what they have taught you. If you are successfully, then that competency certification is issued to you, duly signed by the both councils, meaning the Private Schools Council and the National Teaching Council, which all the details will also be sent to Ministry of Finance for financial support and others. From there, we will converge on the table again and assess the program entirely and come out with the next possible steps. I have to say that the program will cater for only 2,000 teachers across the country. And we know very well that in our books we have close to 90,000. I mean, if you are dwelling on the data we submitted to the Ministry of Finance, we can say that there will be a huge number that we need to think of how we can also extend this program to them. Definitely, if we are not going to get sponsors, as we have gotten this one, then it means that it is going to be more or less that you have to pay before you need to enjoy that service. I know by the end of the day, this workshop that we are going to have, a report will come out, a copy will be given to relevant authorities as a reference point, and that will help support education in Ghana.